Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. I hope you're doing well and staying safe in these uncertain times. And talking about uncertain times, it is now common knowledge that employment has been affected worldwide. Companies are filing for bankruptcies. Airlines have not been flying in the skies for months. The tourism and hotel sectors and entertainment sectors, transportation sectors, etc., construction sectors all have been affected, and there is a general downturn of of the economic growth in many countries, and no one is exempt from this in these corona times. Whilst all the governments are trying their best to open up their economies, the fact of the matter remains that the virus is still out there and very much in control. One of the recent news items has been that the World Bank is predicting numbers ranging from 26% down to 11% in reduction of remittances. South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, etc., Sri Lanka will see a downturn of remittances up to 20%. So 20% is a lot. In Dubai, what happened over the weekend is that Emaar, one of the flagship construction companies in UAE, had its credit rating go from, I think it was a double B, to junk bond status. That is a very serious downgrade. Emaar is huge, and it's not just one company, two companies got the status. Standards and Poor's have now assigned junk ratings to two companies in UAE, and they're huge construction companies. So it makes me want to wonder what will happen to all the smaller players out there. If Emaar, the likes of Emaar, can go into a junk bond status, what's happening to the smaller companies? I'm sure the smaller construction groups are finding it extremely difficult to do business with. The UAE is going to put up a brave face, as will Qatar, as will Saudi Arabia, as will Kuwait, etc. But the fact of the matter is things are terrible. The downturn in economy in UAE is pretty significant. There's a lot of exodus that is happening from there. So because of this construction slump, a lot of the people have been pushed out, especially the construction workers, especially the labor classes from India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. They're going out and going home in chunks. They've been put into separate camps. I have had very good reason from a friend of mine who does not want to be named, who is a doctor in the UAE, in Dubai, actually a series of doctors, and they all have confirmed that the COVID cases that are happening in the camps are tremendous. And those figures are not being included in the official figures and deaths that are being reported by the government of UAE, Qatar, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait, which is not surprising because obviously these economies want to show whatever they want to show, and it is an authoritarian economy after all. But I feel that this downturn in remittances that's going to happen because of this COVID, because of the downturn in the Gulf economies, is going to be pretty significant for countries like India, for countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, etc. And it also represents an opportunity. It represents the opportunity to go digital. It represents the opportunity to go online and electronic. And more importantly, gives us the opportunity to go and seek markets other than GCC, where these governments can tap into their diaspora and say, hey, listen, we need your help. We'll create financial products for them to enable them to invest in their countries. Because of this rapid demise of, let's say, economic activity in the GCC, the Gulf cooperating countries, there is going to be ripple effects that are going to happen in the economies of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, etc., Bhutan. And these repercussions will be very severe if these governments, because suddenly you're going to have 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, 600,000, 800,000 people come back. These are not just 800,000 people coming back or 500,000 people coming back. These are 500,000 families that are now going to be affected and are potentially unemployed. Those repercussions have a huge impact. The current account deficit will also have a huge impact because it will be affected. Remittances are going to drop by 20%. If your country was getting, let's say, $20 billion, well, guess what? $4 billion is not coming in. 4 billion is a huge, your exports have fallen. This is an example for Pakistan. Same thing is going to happen for Bangladesh. About $3.5 billion is going to go away, and it's not going to come. So it is going to have a significant impact on these economies. But what is really troubling is that most of these economies are not looking at the US, at Latin America, at Southeast Asia, at Europe, at the Africa, etc., and saying how can we do business over there? How can we do electronic remittances from places where our diaspora is, Australia, New Zealand, etc. And I think that pivot is going to come not by choice, it's going to be mandated and given to them. It's happening slowly. I've seen some indications in India. I've seen a few indications happening in Pakistan. These two countries are sort of, getting that right together. Bangladesh, I haven't seen it do it. Maybe I'm not aware of it, but all the Bengali friends that I've been speaking to are telling me that the pivot has not yet happened. They're still more concerned about the Middle East. Nepal is already doing it, albeit they're still stuck on Qatar and the GCC. Philippines is going to be affected a lot by this thing. So in these uncertain times, there are opportunities. Remember Ray Dalio said, if there is a loss, there is always a buyer. So there is always opportunity to be made. There's always money to be made. There's always something that is up for grabs. And in this case, it is going from atoms to electrons, from the physical world to the digital world. I've done plenty of videos trying to tell my subscribers and customers and viewers and colleagues and people who call, listen, you need to go digital, but spend time on it. Spend time learning. Don't try to just say that you're a good hustler or you're a good businessman. I spent years learning it. Spend a couple of months. Nothing is going away. You can do it in a couple of months. Spend 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks going through the videos, reading up literature, going through competition, seeing how everyone is doing things, and then try to amass something together. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. If you have a business inquiry, there's a contact form in the description below, as well as a business WhatsApp. Till next time, stay safe, and this is Faisal Khan signing off.